The Spring of Sorrow Gauntlet is mere days away, a little bit longer than I think a lot of people would have expected it to be, but it is coming thick and fast. So this video is all about how many revives and health potions you can prepare for Spring of Sorrow. So of course the first thing, as you all know, that July 17th, is when the Gauntlet goes live. It goes live on July 17th, ends August 14th. This gives you a certain amount of time in which you can, farm and play and do whatever. And hey, mistakes happen, issues happen. You as a player don't want to be eating into your units. I'm looking at my units and going, I've got to start making gains to farm. I'm still moving into this house. It's taking up any free time I have, and any free time is focused on Battlegrounds, which is not a lot of free time, and I'm looking to catch up with stuff, which hopefully by the end of next month I will feel like I've caught up with everybody, which you never really catch up, but you know what I mean, like catch up with kind of getting regular content done, and also things like the farming of units, Battlegrounds, blah, 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 all that stuff, okay? But at the same time, you want to be able to farm yourself revives and health potions. I've got to go back into do Spring of Sorrow. I've got to do 2 more paths or 2 more goes today. As you can see, I've been farming not revives, but health potions. Revives are a bit of a tricky one to farm nowadays, especially because there's not a plethora, or there's not a go-to, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow in game to go and farm. And if there is, it's always never consistent, which is another thing. I know some people will say to you, oh, I went to this place and it's consistently farming. Do bear in mind, your experience will differ from other players. Some players may have some decent RNG for the day where they might find they're going to, back issues and a specific quest and finding they're repeated farming for revives, to give you an example. And what a lot of the time I like to do is, I like to go to, if I look for health potions, I will go into Realm of Legends, and that's in your special quests, and then just run my strongest team of rank 3 7 stars. Yes, not everybody is rank 3 7 stars, but just use your strongest champions. Go in, run them in farming. If you've got a rank 5 6 star ascended, you could probably run something in there and find that you'll do well. A really strong synergy, a champion that's sustainable, like King Groot, 200 signatures, you name it. There's different options there to go and farm some of those lovely health potions at level 3. Yes, they're not great, but there's something. If you've got a level 1 revive, you want to be able to pad them out, your champion, to full health. Give it the strongest chance possible. The same thing with giving your champion the strongest chance possible is going and doing your daily super event, which we're going to be talking about in a minute. And we'll break down some totals of between now, today, and the end of August 13th-ish. The extent of how many revives, how many health potions you can get, and how it would hopefully minimize your unit spend in this event, if for whatever reason it's the case you are spending units. Hopefully you're not, but this is what we try to make these videos, to kind of like educate people to go, look, there's other options than spending your units. Kabam want you to spend your units on health potions and revives. Well, we want to be able to make gains at Banquet event, at Cyber Weekend, be able to take our non-spending accounts and elevate them as much as possible, and also spenders, but more so for those that don't spend, because they've got to look for an in. Anyway, get down off your soapbox, Rich, of course. So by doing this daily solo event at the moment, it is giving you a lot of your solo crystal shards. Solo crystal shards are great because you can pop them open and find you're getting boosts. Like, for example, I'm going to pop open 10 right now, and fingers crossed for this video. Yes, there indeed. We get some 10% ones. There is only a 15% boost in the Super Solo daily event quest. Now that's good because there's some good things to that. Yes, it's good you get it, but of course it is kind of making that your inventory is a bit overstacked. Why is it important to mention that, Rich? Well, boosts are important to maximize damage, and therefore giving your champion the best opportunity to do as much damage, have as much health with the health boost, have a champion boost there, which for some reason I'm not getting much champion boosts, which you can indeed go to your store. Look from time to time in your loyalty store, because one will pop up from now and again. I think it's kind of comes into, there's a cycle. One of them has a cycle for the champion boost. I've definitely seen the champion boost within here, but I think it kind of like, there we go. It's only in for, I think it's only in for a limited time and then kind of fluctuates around. Either way, the other day I wasn't seeing it for whatever reason, but I do look at times to grab a few of those if my totals are running low and I haven't got lucky in the solo crystal. Again, why is that important, Rich? Well, what we're trying to do is say that we're giving you the best chance. If you're going into Gauntlet, you've got all your boosts on, you're ready and rocking and rolling, you've picked up many other boosts, not just some of the ones that I've mentioned, but some other ones. You know, you've got Special 3, SP3 one. Use your loyalty store as much as possible. Like, I should use this more, as what have I got now? I've got to wait 60 days until I can get myself another 7-star loyalty crystal. So what am I doing with my loyalty? Well, I'm going to use it more as a currency. Special 3 defense. That can be very handy for stuff. Of course, it can be used in Battlegrounds, but we're talking about from a quest perspective. I've got 2 of those. I am going to stock up on things like that because it just helps. It minimizes the spend of units, minimizes the spend of, or could minimize the spend of revives and health potions, but it's really darn important. Of course, you've got on a daily basis doing your apothecary. Please start your day with a process in Marvel Contest of Champions. Hey, what am I up to? I've just got in game. What am I up to? Whilst I'm waiting in bed, I'm just about at a wake up stage, grab the phone, auto fight, through apothecary, got myself a revive and a health potion for my trouble. Hey, happy days. That's fantastic. So, with all that being said and taken on board, because I'm sure you've taken it on board, what do the totals look like? Now, between the 7th and the 22nd of July, we're still in that territory of Super Solo event. And because we're in that territory of Super Solo event, it means that you will have the opportunity for at least 64-hour crystals, which is obviously in these 15 days, based on 4 a day. 15 solo event level 2 revives, 15 apothecary level 1 revives, 15 super daily health potions. There is an additional 15 apothecary ones, but we'll kind of cover that in a minute, especially because I don't know what Kabam will do in the future. But yeah, you're adding another kind of 15 to that final total. We'll do grand totals in a second. The way I'm pointing it out like this is because Super Solo event ends on 22nd. The structure changes, and you'll have actually better, based on the stats and the totals, I think better opportunity by 2 level 2 revives. We'll kind of go down to that now. And we'll also talk about 4-hour crystals in a 4-hour crystals in a minute. So, in the point in which you go from the old cadence, the old solo events, which go live on the 22nd of July to the 14th of August, because the Super Daily event ends, 23 days in total, and in that time, that's 25 solo events based on 25 level 2 revives based on 25 solo events, which is, if you don't know the calculation, it kind of works out roughly like this, a roundabout way of saying there's 23 days, 23 times 24 hours, divided by 22. It doesn't exactly kind of go down like this because there are leeways in different countries, different time zones, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to argue all those semantics. Hey, you're right. But I can't cater for everybody with this, so I have to give a roundabout estimate. So this is estimates, by the way. So we've got that there. 25 revives. You've then got 23 apothecary revives, 23 in total of that. 25 solo event health potions. You've then also got the apothecary health potions. I've not factored them in too much because I don't like those. If those are guaranteed within it, then over the course of, because this is the thing, we've got to go over the course of these 2 right here, then it does indeed beef up to these final totals. So the final estimated totals are expected amount that you might have between now, today, the 7th of July, and the 13th-ish of August. So this is what you'll be able to grab for free. So you might not even need to touch your units. And that's the key thing about why we're making this video, to go, hey, don't feel compelled to rush into the content. Just take your time. Survey. Think about what you can get for free or from farming different things and go, I can pick up 47 level 2 revives, 35 level 1 revives. So in total, that's well over, that's 80 revives. That's 82 revives that you can pick up. 82 revives. Just like that sinking. 82 revives you can farm If you have to do one run, then of course people will say, well, your inventory is stash rich. Do agree. But you do have that, I think, is it 14 days? 14 to 21 days that you're able to kind of like rotate around how long something stays in your stash. I need to double check that. I think it's 14 days. If I could be wrong, we're saying 21, but it may be. Maybe I'm thinking of a different item. So something that I've just put in, yeah, 14 days. So you'll have like a 14-day window of keeping something in your stash. Moving on to quickly talking about free 4-hour crystals. These ones become better to farm. I think that one thing that I've noticed is the extent of free 4-hour crystals has diminished, and I think that's down to where I personally collect at 7:30, 11:30 a.m., 3:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 11:30 p.m. just before I go to bed and just before I have to record videos, because that's my life. So there's 5 I can collect. Nowadays, you do collect 4 on a daily basis, but on like a normal collection of 4. So I do feel that we're kind of undermined around the volume that we can take home from this one. But still, based on the calculations, 210 is possible based on 5 being collected a day after the Super Daily event comes in. And in those 210, you could see a plethora of health potions, maybe revives. They're very difficult sometimes to pick up something good from. But there we go. Those have been your totals. I hope this helps to give perspective to go, use your loyalty store, ladies and gentlemen. Use it or lose it. Well, there you go, lose it. It's important to kind of at least spend your loyalty on things like boosts, top yourself up, prepare for this. Make sure that you're giving yourself the best standing so you don't have to eat into units. And don't feel you have to rush into the content when it goes live. And I hope this helps out your process of farming between now and towards the end of the event. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on some other content. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.